I think there is some legit heat there down below the surface. But hey, they gotta make a living. They gotta make.
Sure, they're professionals.
But that's even good for business when the fans can say, really down deep, them hate each other.
Let's talk about Bad Blood this weekend. We got 5 matches, 2 matches worthy of being the main event, and maybe there's still some questions about what will ultimately main event, whether it's CM Punk and Drew McIntyre inside a Hell in a Cell, or if it's going to be Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Let me go ahead and ask you that, Dutch. Which match should be the main event this weekend in Atlanta?
You see this?
It's upside down, but yeah, I see it.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. That's okay. But let's talk about our educational level at the University of Dutch. Hey, here's the diploma, guys. That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm gonna send you one, Rick.
Oh, sweet.
So I will. So you can get this. Write me at Dirty Dutch Mantell with 2 L's, gmail.com. We'll talk about it. We may even make a deal. And two famous people sign it: Dutch Mantell and Zeb Coulter.
And Zeb Coulter. I've never seen those 2 guys in the same place at the same time.
That's funny. I've been accused of that of dodging him, but I'm not that way. Okay, what are we talking about?
All right, so we got 2 big matches. Reports are going back and forth about WWE about which match is going to main event. Is it going to be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline, or is it going to be Drew McIntyre and CM Punk inside Hell in a Cell? In your opinion, which match should close the show?
Tag match.
Really? Why?
Totally. Because I think that they need to close it on a high note, and I think that will close it on a high note. I think Cody and Roman, of course, have to go over. I mean, they don't have to, but I mean, them getting beat at this point, it doesn't, the angle is shot, so just put them over. Everybody's happy, and now then Roman and Cody do their looking around and, their nose twitching up thing, and I think maybe right before that would be Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, because I think they'll have a barn burner.
And that's why I almost lean toward that closing, because and as much as I understand that Cody and Roman, those are the guys. Those are guy A, 1A, 1B. We've talked about it ad nauseum on Smack Talk, live on Friday night after the shows, right? Those are the top 2 guys.
Answer me something. Ad nauseum means talk about till you're sick of it.
Yeah. We talk about it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. We talk about it a lot.
But
I understand
either way,
those are the biggest stars, and that's a big team up there. It's Superman and Batman, right? It's the Justice League. I get it's huge. But Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, I don't know how you follow that. I just don't know how you follow that. That has been the best rivalry.
The best way to follow that is after their match, you ring the bell, and here come the guys out to the ring, and they're following the match. That's kind of easy.
No,
You're talking about the quality of the match.
Yes.
Oh, I see that.
I feel like the audience is going to be spent after that. If Punk and McIntyre even are able to accomplish 0.25% of what these guys have promised they're going to do to one another, I just don't see how the audience is going to be able to reach that high point again. It feels like that match is going to be a crescendo of the evening. And I think also the symmetry of the event and the match itself. 27 years ago, Bad Blood in your house on October 5th. So the same day, the same event, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, Kane's debut, the first one ever. 27 years later, it's Drew McIntyre, it's CM Punk, it's Hell in a Cell, it's Bad Blood, it's in Atlanta. The story is good. The rivalry has been great. This match is going to deliver, because Drew McIntyre and CM Punk bring the best out of each other. Even though they can't stand each other, they work incredibly well with one another. They hate each other. They're going to beat the piss out of one another. I don't know how you follow it.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
Well, I don't know if they'll they're literally beat the piss out of each other because
They might.
But yeah, I think there is some legit heat there down below the surface. But hey, they gotta make a living. They gotta make.
Sure, they're professionals.
But that's even good for business when the fans can say, really down deep, them hate each other. So, but
do you think wrestling's become too lovey-dovey? Like too much handheld holding, and we're a team, and the curtain's been pulled back a little too much as far as those kinds of things.
You can't pull it back far enough. You really can't. Because, hey, I've been in this business over 50 years. And we've tried to kill it every decade. And by God, we still can't kill the business. And I don't know what it is about wrestling, but the people can say, oh, it's this, it's set up, it's orchestrated, it's fake, it's this, it's that. As long as you entertain those people, you have nothing to worry about. As long as the talent goes out there and works their butts off. I mean, and so these fans will really enjoy it. The fans appreciate that. And I do too. See, I've said this before, but an old timer told me one time, he said, I don't care if there's 10,000 or if there's 10 people. Go out there and give those 10 people. That was more like along the lines I drew, like 10 or 15 people. He said, give them as good a match as you would give 10,000. It's not those 10 people's fault nobody else came.
Right.
So, but they appreciate that. And when you really think about wrestling fans, that is America. When you get in the ring and say in the Omni or say a 20,000 seat arena, when you look out there, you're looking at America. Those are the people who make this country run. They pay their taxes, they send their kids to school, but anyway, I think wrestling it's the oldest sport known to man, and I don't think we can kill this business at all.
Let's pick some matches. Let's start with the WWE Women's Championship match. Nia Jax going up against Bayley. Bayley earning the right to get her rematch from SummerSlam after she beat Naomi this past Friday on SmackDown. Does Bayley get her baby back, Dutch Mantell, or does the reign of Queen Nia Jax continue?
I think they found something in Nia Jax now. They have found something in her. Because if you look at her just by sheer size, even guys look at her and say, damn, she'd whip my ass. I mean, not my ass, but, like
she'd whip my ass.
A regular guy who's not here. Sid, she can whip Sid's ass, but not me and you, of course, because we'd stand up to her. But, I think they found something with Nia Jax, and they almost got a cash flow with her rolling. And I don't think they're going to mess with it. Yep. Nia Jax, she's over by pinfall. Straight up, I think.
Yeah. There's going to be.
Well, maybe not straight up. There'll be a few mixes and turns in
there. This story, unfortunately for Bayley, because I'm a Bayley homer. I would love to see her get the women's championship back. I was mad when she lost it at SummerSlam because I didn't feel like the run was worthy of somebody the caliber of a Bayley. But Nia Jax, I agree with you. She is firing on all cylinders. She's doing the best work of her career. She's in the best shape of her career. She's working with confidence. She's having great matches. And, the audience still loves to hate her. There is value there. There is money there. The story, though, is not about Bayley getting her championship back. It's about Tiffany Stratton and how long it's going to take for her to finally stand up to herself, stop putting up with Nia's bullshit, and cash in on her. I don't think it's going to be this weekend. It's not going to be at Bad Blood, but sooner or later, Tiffany Stratton is going to smack Nia in the face with that briefcase and beat her for the championship. I think Tiffany gets involved this weekend to try and stay on Nia's good side because she's just not quite to her breaking point yet.
But I don't think it goes the whole way. I mean, they still got. What's the next big pay-per-view?
Survivor Series, but they got Crown Jewel in between.
Yeah, but then I would say that for Survivor Series, and that's in November.
You got time. Yeah, Survivor Series.
Wait a minute. Are you doubting what I'm saying?
No, I'm agreeing with you. You don't have to do it this weekend. You don't have to do it at Crown Jewel. You can do it at Survivor Series. You can do it later. You can do it later, honestly. Because if you have plans to do Queen versus Queen, Charlotte Flair may not be back until 2025. So you got a lot of time if you got long-term plans that you want to keep that belt on Nia for the foreseeable future.
I think with Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, the story's half written anyway. Now the people just saying, all right, lay it out. I'll be there. And They will be there because I think this is one of their better female angles they've done in a while. And they're doing it with some people who really have some personality. And Nia Jax, she went through so much. Oh, she's clumsy. She hurt you, and she did hurt a few girls.
A lot of people accusing her of being reckless. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I think they've set her down and said, "Hey, we're going to work with you." And they told all the girls, "Hey, let's help this girl because, we're going to kick off her for a while. So let's get her over and see where we go from here." And I think she's been a good champion. She really has.
She's been great since she came back. Damian, we're both in agreement on this one, by the way. Nia Jax will retain. Damian Priest finally seeking his revenge after Finn Balor cost him his World Heavyweight Championship. It's the the old Judgment Day versus the new Judgment Day. Who wins, Finn Balor or Damian Priest?
I think Damian Priest takes it. I really do, because I think Finn Balor and his cohorts, I mean, they don't have to win to get heat. I mean, they're the types of chicken shit heels and run around and, and stab you in the back and do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think to keep it in balance, I think Damian Priest wins it, and they continue on down that happy road.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the end of it by any stretch of the imagination. And if that's the case, I'm almost for like stringing this along, but doing it in the opposite direction and giving Finn Balor a win. Like, I think he is somebody who really needs a strong win in his book. Now, there's plenty of ways that you can distract Damian Priest and screw him over. I don't think Finn is going to win this one clean. But I do think Damian is going to win this one because I feel like the screw job is really going to take place in the match featuring the other Terror Twin, because we have Rhea Ripley going up against Liv Morgan, Women's World Championship on the line. Dominic Mysterio is going to be strung up in a shark cage above the ring. He cannot get involved in this one. Liv Morgan, Dutch, has never, at least to my knowledge, in a women's championship match, has never won one clean. Has always needed outside help. There's been some kind of fluky thing, like as much as she did with Ronda Rousey, but it matches her character now. So do they find a way to screw Rhea Ripley out of her Women's World Championship again with Dom locked in the shark cage?
They could. So you mean, what's the girl's name? The blonde, what's her name?
Liv Morgan.
I can't even, see, I've been hit on the head too many times, but I have a reason for this. I can't remember names. But Liv Morgan, even when she was a babyface, she didn't win anything straight up.
Not when she was champ. Not when she was champ.
No?
Not the last time. No, because they did a bunch of bullshit with her and Ronda Rousey. Like, she cashed in.
We don't call it bullshit. We call it creative license. That's what we did.
Is that what it was?
So,
is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't need to go back and recant and, say everything that happened with that Ronda Rousey rivalry of hers.
Hey, don't get me started on Ronda Rousey.
But Yeah, no, as far as I know, maybe against Shayna Baszler, but I feel like there was something fluky in there. When a world title is on the line, something crazy happens that allows Liv Morgan to win. Does that streak stay alive?
Well, he's on top of the cage. He's
in the shark cage. He's above the ring. Now he could drop something down to her. He could there's a lot of different ways that they could get Dom involved. Maybe somebody like a Raquel Rodriguez gets back involved and if she comes back, she can interject and they can take Rhea Ripley in a completely different direction. They've been doing this Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley story for so long now, almost as long as Punk and McIntyre for that matter. Is it time to end this, or do you keep doing all the Terror Twin versus Judgment Day? Do you continue that down the line?
Because you still got Damian Priest in there, and as long as Damian Priest is in there against Finn Balor or whoever he's against, she's going to be involved somehow. So I think that Liv Morgan wins with a little underhandedness by the guy in the cage.